Welcome everybody to Rusty Money Gaming here on YouTube, a place where we gather in the barn house for challenges, live streams, let's plays, and more. So I hope you will sit back, relax, and enjoy this next creation by myself, Rusty Money. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Saving France with myself, Rusty Money. So, first off, everybody, we are going to show you a little bit of a very 2 to 3 second portion of a cut in a earlier recording. No sound to it, but it's going to show you how many liters approximately that we have of silage that was able to be sold. And I will explain after you see this right now as to why you see this. So here we go. Okay, welcome back everybody. Well, we just finished watching an episode by one of our other great content creators in this series, and we need to figure out what we're going to do. And what we're going to do is we are going to keep our horse trailer and sell half of our silage. And so, as you saw just a minute ago, we had just over 50,000 liters of silage in this fermenting silo available to sell. And so we're going to sell half of that. So just about 25,000 plus or minus 1,000. And then we will keep our horse trailer. And right now our money is down to 1,803. So we need to make ourselves some money. And what we're going to do that is we are going to sell our half of our silage. And we will do that by using our front loader and also our tipper trailer. And so we will attach our front loader here. Let's get rid of our pallet forks. We're going to put on our rear weight because our rear weight will attach to our trailer. This will just help us with what we are going to do. Let's get our silage bucket here. Okay, now we will load up our trailer with some silage and go sell a load of silage over to the livestock dealer and come back, and we will get another load, and we will keep selling until we have our silage sold. So the reason I showed you that short 2 to 3 second cut is that I had initially recorded the start to this recording for this episode, and I didn't care for the way I created it. So what I had done is deleted it. But what I had to do was sell back the 2 pieces of equipment that we were gonna buy, which we're still gonna buy. And then also had to put in a new 25,000 liters of silage. So I put it over here in my multi-fruit silo. And so we are going to now sell that amount. And we'll show you what is in our fermenting silo yet. So let's check this out. We have 25,873 liters to sell, so let's load up so we can go make our first sale. And I forgot to put some in the silage bucket, so now I'm going to turn around and get some in there. And we will show you what is in our fermenting silo for what is left of silage. So let's load this up here. That'll just help us in regards to getting this all transported. Alright, now, before I forget, let's show you. Okay, so like I said, plus or minus 1,000, we have 24,564 liters left in our fermenting silo available to sell or utilize later. And we are going to keep our horse trailer for now until we absolutely need to sell it. Farm Sim Snowy seems to be remaining frozen right there. That's a good thing. Even though it's in September, he should be melted away. Well, everybody, just a short little discussion to help maybe, let's see, to help maybe give you a better explanation of how this series is flowing. Or I shouldn't say explanation, a better understanding. So what I want to do is in just brief detail here explain. So myself, Rusty here, was called to France to save Blacksheep Dairy and Stables, and our biggest objective is to buy the main farm plus you know, pay off any debt. And alongside of that, we have a store that we can visit to buy machinery and all that good stuff. And the person that runs our store and owns our store is none other than our friend Farmer Willie B. And Farmer Willie B is kind of also what you could call our hired hand. And we are also Farmer Willie B's hired hand. And so not only is my money here helping save Blacksheep Dairy and Stables, but it is also helping support Willie and whatever we need to do. So it's a bit of a tough game, if you will. And then we've got our friend Rabid Rob joining us. And Rabid Rob is here because he lost a distant relative that owned a sawmill and a chicken farm here on France. And so Rabid Rob didn't know much about farming, and so he reached out to an associate of all of ours, and Farm Sim Snowy knew just the guy to get here to hire, and Farm Sim Snowy got a hold of Grandpa, and yeah, that's why we're here. And again, that's why we're here to also help save Riverside Farm and Sawmill, as the bank foreclosed on part of the properties that belong to Rabid Rob's family, and so we own the property, but we got to buy the sawmill back and then get that farm back up into good status. Now, there was some equipment that was left behind that was after all of the bills were paid and such, but we can utilize that, and you know, we can only utilize that equipment over on that farm, and we can only utilize this equipment on this farm. We can't intermix any of the equipment from either two farms to help each other. The only piece of equipment that can travel from one farm to the other is our pickup can travel from here over to Riverside Farm, and then we can do whatever we need to do when it comes to Farmer Willie, but when it comes to Riverside Farm, we can only take our pickup over there. So, then, there was some hearsay, which is turning out to be not hearsay, of an old folk tale in the area by the citizens of France, and that is that the family that is related to Rabid Rob, they also had a living will, but that living will was kept secretive, so secretive that the bank didn't even know about the living will and what it said or anything. And so Rabid Rob now is staying here in France to not only supervise to make sure that we can save Riverside Farm and Sawmill, but he's buying a piece of land because he has been somewhat told by someone that this living will does exist. And so Rabid Rob is staying here to figure out what the situation is. And so not only do we have to help Farmer Willie, but we also got to help Rabid Rob. And Farmer Willie is asking for help from us, and Rabid Rob is asking for help from us. So this is kind of like a hired hand series, if you want to think of it that way, everybody, to give you a better understanding. We're all farmers in the area helping each other. We just got our own little individual roles in the series, and we really need a bigger tractor weight or something. This bucket is just awful heavy on this tractor. But I'm going to go ahead here, everybody, and we're going to cut you into, I think, a bit of a, maybe a time lapse to sell this 25,000 and bring you back in. Or, I think I might jump cut it. I will just tell you that we should be somewhere around $6,000 when we have sold the rest of this silage. And if we get down to our silo, you will see just how much we have left to sell. So now another $534. So I think we probably got about another 2 trips down there. It's just really time consuming. I don't want to keep you all too long. We want to do more things here. Now, if y'all have been following along in the series, Rabid Rob plowed us into fields on our farm. And Farmer Willie B had to repurpose our field and also put an extension on it. So that is all done. So let's pull under here. We'll see how much is left. $15,000. So we got about 3 loads left probably, because we're hauling just over 5,000 there each time. So we'll go ahead here, everybody. I'm gonna jump cut this, and we will bring you back. We should be somewhere around $6,000 to $7,000, I think, close to it. So we will see you in just a minute. Well, welcome back, everybody. We have sold most of everything out of that multi-fruit silo for silage, except for this here We have 124 liters left, so thought we'd bring you in for the last little bit that needed sold. We have 6,171 plus this little bit of pennies here. $21, so $6,192 is what we have. Well, let's head on back over to our farm, and then we need to get up to the store, and we're going to make a couple of purchases, I believe, in order to help us out here. So we will see you up at the store, everybody. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Well, let's go in here and see what Farmer Willie's got for sale and see what he can get from Lenny the farm guy for us. So let's take a look. Alright, well, we're going to buy this Lizard NO15 KOS catch crop drill. This doesn't plant everything, but it plants a few things for us, and it's cheap. It's only $600, so we're going to buy this for now. Okay, then the other thing we're going to buy is a cultivator. So let's go up here into cultivators. We're going to go clear here to the end. We're going to buy the Harrow 5. That's 5 meters wide. We got enough horsepower for it. We're just going to keep it as is and buy this for $1,500. Alright, well, we've got $4,000 left, but we got to get that equipment to the farm. You can see Farmer Willie's got his new truck up here. I think that's going to work so much better for him. All these wheels here, especially these front two axles, they both turn, so you can turn pretty tight with that big truck. He's got the truck all tore apart from getting it hauled up here to the store, and he's got it on his extra ramps back here in his additional workshop space. And I believe it was going to cost us $5,000 to get that truck repaired for our use. Now, this truck was a part of the Riverside Farm and sawmill, so it's utilized by us, but we'll have to see if maybe Rabid Rob would like to buy it from us. You know, he was caught in town driving this thing, and he really wasn't supposed to be driving it because the bank had possession of it until things were finalized. But things have been finalized, and so now the authorities have released it, and the bank has released it, and it can be used here on Riverside Farm and Sawmill, since the bank has found that myself is here and been hired to save the property and the business. So we'll see if Rabid Rob is willing to purchase it from us, if he wants to keep the old family realm in the family, and we'll see what he was willing to pay for it. And then you see Farmer Willie moved his other tractor up here. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen with this tractor. Maybe Rabid Rob's interested in buying this tractor from Willie for a first tractor on his farm. You know, we'll have to see what happens. It's got some extra storage spaces there, a little power unit, some shelving for other things that might be needed around here. But now we got to get this equipment moved to our farm, and we got to get some crop in the ground. So we've got 3 fields available right now, everybody. We got our field that had potatoes in it, which has got a little bit of an extension on it now. And then we've got our field that, our other 2 fields that Rabid Rob plowed in for us. So let's get this equipment back to the farm and we will see what we can maybe get in the ground for our first crop. And we'll have to focus on maybe spending a little bit more money later to get a bigger seeder or planter to give us more options in crops. But right now we just do a little catch cropping. So we'll see you back over here once I get the catch crop spreader hauled over here. Alright, welcome back everybody. Well, here we are back down at the farm with a little catch crop drill, and we loaded up a little bit of seed from our pallet of seeds we bought a little while back. And we also spent another $1,000, and we will show you why we've spent that $1,000 and what that is going to be for. But we've got an assignment for our friend Farmer Willie B with that $1,000. But right now, our little catch crop drill here, we can plant canola, grass, and then I think that is maybe oilseed radish. I'm not sure what that other thing is, but I think it's oilseed radish. But that's what we can plant. So what we're gonna go ahead and do and get done here is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put some canola. I think we'll put some canola in this field down here on the bottom side. We're gonna put some canola in this field here. And then what I want to see happen is I think we're gonna ask our friend Rabid Rob to put in a grass field for us right here behind our cow barn. We'll have a grass field right there. And then this field here, I might just do extra canola in. But we're gonna wait on this field on the hillside. I think right now that's all we can basically plant, but let's take a look. Alright, so here we are in the menu, and we can actually plant wheat and barley too. Okay, so maybe we should plant some maybe by that we should plant some wheat right here. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. So let's plant some wheat in this field right here. And we'll have Rabid Rob put grass here. And we'll have Farmer Willie B put in some canola in this hillside field. Along with, he's got another assignment. But we'll get on with that here in just a minute. But let's see if we can get this going. And get some wheat, or oops, I just put canola on here. Oh well, that's alright, we can't plant wheat anyway. Now, new plan. We're gonna have to come up with a new plan. I forgot, we can't plant wheat. What was I thinking? We don't got nothing to plant wheat with. Unless we exchange some work with our friend Farmer Willie. Or, I mean, Rabid Rob. Whoa! Settle down there, spreader. Make sure she's not running and back over our field here. You know, if you leave it on, the minute you get in the field, it starts spreading again. So you kind of got to be careful where you're at. So, yeah, we'll have to have a change of plans now. So this will be a canola field. Off to the right here, right behind the cows, we'll have Rabid Rob put in grass. And then we'll see what Farmer Willie B wants us to do in exchange for him putting in some wheat on that hillside for us. So, yeah, let's do that. We'll see if Farmer Willie will put in some wheat in that field for us, and we'll do something in exchange for him. Whatever it is he wishes we do. But this will make a nice canola field here. We just don't have a harvester, though. That's our only problem right now. There's no harvester, so we're gonna have to figure something out when it comes to that. We can only lease, I think, one item. We'll have to see what we get figured out on that. We might have to focus on trying to watch used sales and see if we can't get something bought. Or we'll have to maybe end up selling our horse trailer to get us some money to, you know, get us a harvester or part of the harvester, and we lease the other part like the header. But this little catch crop drill here is working pretty nice, putting this canola on the field. The other thing I really didn't know, everybody, when we use this catch crop drill, if you set it with that lower arm, you can go fast with it. And that was not my intentions with this mod. That's just something I discovered. But the other thing to consider, everybody, is it only holds 200 liters. So it doesn't hold a lot. Alright, we are about done with this. We got our first crop in the ground finally here in France. So we'll see if Willie B can put wheat in this field for us, and we'll have Rabid Rob put in a nice big grass field right here for us. Well, let's get this put in the shed, and we're gonna go up to the store and we'll show you what our $1,000 is, and we'll get it moved back down here to the farm and explain so our friend Farmer Willie knows what to do when he gets here. We'll have to call him up on the phone probably another time and just explain it again. So I think we're probably gonna need our tractor weight, and we're gonna need our front loader. I think we should be good. We shouldn't need anything else. So we'll grab that. Let's grab our front loader with our pallet fork, and we'll get up there. Okay. Let's go on up to the store and see what's sitting up there for $1,000 that Farmer Willie's gonna take care of for us. Well, welcome back, everybody. Look at here. We got a pallet of 20 pine trees. And we're going to see if Farmer Willie B can plant these trees for us. Now, if he doesn't get all 20 planted, that is fine. If he at least gets like 10 planted, that would be fine for now. We can have then 10 more trees available to plant later. But let's go on down here to the farm, and we'll show you all where we want Farmer Willie to plant these trees for us. Like I said, he's not required to plant all 20 trees. So somewhere between at least maybe 10 and 20 is what I'm hoping he'll get planted. But we'll see what happens, and we'll show you where we want him to put them. I've got a few ideas in mind, so we'll show you once we get down here with this pallet of trees. And then we gotta move on. We got to get over to Riverside Farm and see what we can get done there, maybe. Let's pull in here, and we'll put these trees in some cover. I think we'll go put them in the shed over here by Dusty. I don't think they're... Oh, that's where the plow is. Let's just put them in here by our hay bales for now. Put this pallet in here on the ground. We'll disconnect all that. We'll get our tractor weight off too, and then we'll go ahead and we'll show you where we want all these trees maybe at. Let's put that there. We're gonna leave the tractor right here for a minute. Yep. Alright, well, what I'm thinking, everybody, that I want Farmer Willie to consider with these trees is these areas right here. I'd like him to plant some trees in this little grass area right here next to this manure heap from our cow barn. So right here in this little triangle piece, he could put down some trees. And then what I also would like is I need him to call White Blur. Blur's dirt and landscaping, and have him cut a small little triangle piece out of this hillside here. So maybe about like from this bush straight over to that sign, and then he could plant in maybe 3 or 4 trees right here, and that would be helpful. And then I think a row of trees right here between these 2 fields would be beneficial. That might take up all 20, but we'll see what happens, and we'll let Farmer Willie figure out some good placements for some trees. But we'll be right back with you all. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we gotta head on over to Riverside Farm, and we gotta get some work done. We only have $2,885 for some reason now. We lost about $250, $60 some dollars for some reason. So let's go over to Riverside Farm and see what's going on, see what we can do over here to help make us some money, and get moving forward some more. Now, we have over 9,000 liters of potatoes, everybody, and we need to figure out what we're going to do with those potatoes. I need to figure out whether or not I should sell them all, or should we sell half of them as well and keep the other half. They're only selling for about 150, 60, and I think they top out at 200 in February, so let's just take a look real quick here. Potatoes are selling the best right now at 167 at the restaurant, and they sell for 209 in January. And February is where they top out at. But yeah, not sure what we should do with our potatoes. 9,173 liters of potatoes. So go ahead and leave us a comment in the comment section about potatoes. Sell them all or put them, half of them, sell them. Or do we take them to a production instead? Yeah, what do you think we should do with potatoes? Even if you got some new mod ideas for potatoes, go ahead and share them in the comments. But let's head on down here to Riverside Farm and see what's going on. We got them. Whoa! Our grass. Some of our grass is mowed. And there appears to be a loading wagon down here. What is going on? We're just gonna park the truck right over here. Well, the loading wagon is full of grass. What's going on? You know, we were hired to save Riverside Farm and Sawmill, so we are authorized to do what we wish over here. But we better see about, you know, what we need to do. Looks like we could potentially go sell that load of grass. We're gonna need the tractor though. Let's get the tractor. Oh, tractor looks so dirty. What's up with that? We better pull out here. Whoa! Hey, that's Farm Sim Snowy again. You just pop up everywhere, don't you? What? Rabid Rob needs our help. What? 250 bucks? Are you kidding me, Snowy? What? Rabid Rob is in the clink? You mean the cops here in France found him? Oh my goodness. What? $100,000? He owes $100,000 for damages to all those properties in the wilderness? Wow. Well, a tractor? You mean you think Farmer Willie should gift Rabid Rob that small tractor? Okay, yeah, that just might help Rabid Rob out. But I gotta spend $500 of my own money to get Rabid Rob out of the clink? Okay, Snowy, just a second. Hey, we only got $2,870. Is that close enough, Snowy? 484? Oh, you can't hear me because of a train. Oh, I guess it is a little loud. So, was that close enough? $484? Oh, thank goodness, Snowy. At least there's some good news for once. Even though Rabid Rob's in the clink. Okay. we'll make sure that we go get him out. What? You leased that loading wagon? That's where my $260 some went? What? Load up the grass and go sell it? And there's a load in the silo? Okay. What? Hay? I need to make hay on the other side of the path into the farm? Okay, I'll get that done eventually. What? One field? One field needs to be wheat for the chickens and I can't sell the wheat? Okay. Well, I better get busy. What? Stay frosty? Ah, you are full of snowballs, Snowy. I tell you what, that Snowy is some character. Well, where'd he go? Hey, am I full of snowballs? I was just talking to some snowman and now all of a sudden he's gone. Well, I guess we better get this load of grass here over and get it sold and get the rest of this grass picked up. And there's supposedly a load of grass in the silo. That Rabid Rob, he sure owes us now $500 to get him out of the clink. The authorities caught up with him. Well, we got to get over to the clink and we got to pick Rabid Rob up. Well, actually, we got to drop the money off. It's just the bank already took the money. Oh, man. Things are getting pretty tough here in France. $2,392. I sure hope we can make a little bit of money off of this. We'll get over here to the animal dealer, see what we can get for it. And then we need to go get Rabid Rob out of the clink. Man, can't believe it. Well, I guess the only thing I can say is Rabid Rob sure got a chore for himself. $100,000 now he owes. He owes the judicial system. Oh my goodness sakes. Thank goodness it's not us this time. That's a lot of damage, but he sure was having fun in those meadows, though. Tearing them all up. They're not good for the livestock that could have been raised in that meadow. Well, let's see what we get for this load of grass here. 8,500 liters. This maybe help out that 500 that we just had to give for Rabid Rob. $381. Well, we got part of it back. Well, we're going to continue to pick up grass here, everybody, and we'll be back with you as soon as we get the last bit of grass. Well, welcome back, everybody. We have $3,514 now, and we're selling our last load of grass here. See what we can end up with. Alright, another 279. So we got $3,793. But we're going to have to get on over to our farm, and on the other side of the road by the farm, we are to turn that to hay and sell hay, according to Farm Sim Snowy. But we're down here at the shop, and we gotta ask Farmer Willie if he can take the rails off of this, so we can get back to a hay trailer, bale trailer. So let's see if we can get the rails off of there. Alright, well look at that. Willie got our rails off, so that's good. Alright, let's get back to the farm. We got lots of work to do, but we gotta go pick up Rabid Rob. We gotta go make sure that the police department here in France has received their $500 for bailing our friend Rabid Rob out of the clink. It's just too bad now that Rabid Rob owes $100,000 to the court system for his damages in the meadows here in France. He went across so many different people's properties that he tore it all up, took out some fence lines, and yeah. Not really a good situation, but it's too bad that Rabid Rob lost a family member too. So we're gonna get down here into the farm, and we need to start making hay on this other side of this path into the farm. So we will be doing that later, everybody. But we will see you back in just a second. Well, welcome back, everybody. Well, we just left the police department and made sure that the bank sent the police department the $500 to help our friend Rabid Rob out of his situation here, and he's already headed on off out over to his new property, and I think he's waiting for Farmer Willie to drop him off that gifted tractor so he can get busy, since he's got $100,000 to pay in damages to the court system for fees and expenses. But yeah, looks like the law was here and the law won. It's too bad, but it's just how it is, you know. We all learn from our mistakes, and so anyway, we're gonna take a walk on over here to Farmer Willie's and see where he's at. I got a question to ask Farmer Willie. So let's take a peek in here and see if he's in here. Oh, well, there's his truck is here. So he's here somewhere. See if we can get in touch with that Farmer Willie. Whoa! Oh my goodness sakes. I tell you what, stay frosty, Snowy. That stay frosty means you're supposed to stay frozen, and then you won't scare me and be on all these other different kinds of places. What? You just wanted to tell me that I could use that forage wagon to do the hay? Well, okay, I was expecting to do that. But I gotta do it by the end of the day? Okay, and then I must return it. Alright. Anything else? You just... What? What were you gonna say? I oughta, you know what, reach down in my pocket and... Oh, I'll just be quiet. What? Oh, I know. We're supposed to plant a wheat field. I won't forget. And then we can sell the hay. The hay must be in the next episode. Okay, I get it. Clues? What? Clues are coming soon. What is clues? Farm Sim Snowy? Clues? What? I don't understand. Clues. Stay frosty. What? Who just said that? What? I, am I losing my marbles, people? Where did he go? He just said clues. Stay frosty. Oh no.